The history of civilization begins in Mesopotamia, a land nestled between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. It was here, in this fertile crescent, that humanity first cultivated crops, built cities, and developed written language. For centuries, the region was dominated by independent city-states, each vying for control and supremacy. But from this fractured landscape, the Akkadian Empire arose, the first great empire in human history. It was an unprecedented political and cultural revolution that reshaped Mesopotamia and left a legacy that echoes through the ages. The story of the Akkadian Empire is inseparable from its founder, Sargon of Akkad. His life began in obscurity, steeped in mystery and myth. According to legend, Sargon's mother was a temple priestess who could not raise her child openly. She placed her infant in a reed basket and sent him adrift on the Euphrates River, where he was rescued and raised by a gardener. This humble upbringing belied the incredible destiny that awaited him. As a young man, Sargon found himself in the service of Urzababa, the king of Kish, where he rose to prominence as a skilled military leader. It was during this time that Sargon began to amass his own followers, quietly building his strength. Around 2334 BCE, Sargon overthrew Urzababa, seizing power in Kish and declaring himself ruler. His ambition did not stop there. Sargon founded a new city, Akkad, which would serve as the capital of his burgeoning empire. This marked the beginning of a transformative era in Mesopotamian history. The rise of Akkad was far from peaceful. Sargon faced resistance from the city-states of Sumer, which had long been fiercely independent. The rulers of Uruk, Lagash, and other cities formed coalitions to resist Akkadian expansion, but Sargon's military genius prevailed. He introduced innovative tactics, disciplined formations, and a centralized army that outmatched the fragmented forces of his enemies. Sargon's conquests brought the entirety of Sumer under his control, uniting the region for the first time in history. But Sargon's ambitions extended beyond Sumer. He led campaigns to the east, subduing the mountainous region of Elam, and to the west, reaching as far as the Mediterranean Sea. His empire stretched from the Persian Gulf to modern-day Syria, encompassing a vast and diverse array of peoples and cultures. This was the first time such a multi-ethnic empire had been forged, setting a precedent for centuries of imperial rule. Sargon's success was not merely the result of military conquest, it was also due to his administrative reforms. To govern such a vast empire, Sargon centralized power in Akkad. He appointed loyal governors to oversee each region, ensuring that tribute and resources flowed back to the capital. This centralized system of governance allowed for greater cohesion and stability, even in the face of cultural diversity. Under Sargon, Akkad became a hub of commerce and trade. Merchants traversed vast trade networks that connected Mesopotamia to regions as far as Anatolia, the Indus Valley, and Egypt. These exchanges brought wealth and goods to Akkad, transforming it into one of the most prosperous cities of its time. The Akkadians also developed an early postal system, using clay tablets to send messages across the empire, further enhancing communication and control. The Akkadian Empire was not only a political and military powerhouse, but also a cultural beacon. Art and literature flourished under Sargon and his successors. The Akkadians developed new forms of artistic expression, including intricately carved cylinder seals and monumental sculptures. These works often depicted scenes of divine favor and military triumph, reflecting the empire's power and ambition. The Akkadian language, a Semitic tongue, replaced Sumerian as the lingua franca of the region. While Sumerian remained the language of religion and scholarship, Akkadian became the language of administration and everyday life. This linguistic shift was another hallmark of the empire's influence, as Akkadian would remain a dominant language in the Near East for centuries. Sargon's successors continued to expand and consolidate the empire. Among them, Naram-Sin, Sargon's grandson, stands out as one of the most powerful and controversial figures in Akkadian history. Under Naram-Sin, the empire reached its zenith, stretching further than ever before. His military campaigns extended the empire's borders and solidified its dominance. Naram-Sin is perhaps best known for declaring himself a god, a radical move in Mesopotamian tradition. He adopted the title King of the Four Quarters of the Universe and was depicted wearing a horned crown, a symbol of divinity. This declaration of divine kingship was both a bold assertion of power and a source of controversy. as it challenged traditional Mesopotamian religious practices. The victory stele of Naram-Sin immortalizes his triumph over the Lullaby, a mountain people who resisted Akkadian rule. The stele depicts Naram-Sin ascending a mountain, trampling his enemies beneath his feet, and gazing upward as if communing with the gods. It remains one of the most iconic artifacts of Mesopotamian art. Despite its immense power, the Akkadian Empire was not immune to the forces of nature and human strife. A prolonged period of drought, known as the 4.2 kiloyear event, struck Mesopotamia around 2200 BCE. This climatic crisis led to widespread famine and economic collapse, weakening the empire's foundations. At the same time, the Akkadians, a nomadic people from the Zagros Mountains, invaded Mesopotamia, exploiting the empire's vulnerability. These invasions, combined with internal rebellions and administrative breakdowns, eroded Akkadian control. By 2100 BCE, the empire had fragmented into smaller, competing states, marking the end of Akkadian dominance. Though the Akkadian Empire fell, its legacy endured. It was the first true empire in history, laying the groundwork for future imperial systems. Its centralized governance, military innovations, and cultural achievements influenced subsequent civilizations, including the Babylonians and Assyrians. The Akkadian language continued to be used in the region for centuries, and its myths and legends, such as the Epic of Gilgamesh, became foundational texts of Mesopotamian literature. The concept of a unified empire, encompassing diverse peoples and cultures, became a model for empires throughout history. The Akkadian Empire was a testament to human ambition, innovation, and resilience. It demonstrated the power of unity in diversity and the challenges of governing a vast and complex society. Its story reminds us of the fragility of even the greatest civilizations and the enduring impact they can leave on the world. The Akkadian Empire, a tale of ambition, triumph, and resilience, was the dawn of empires shaping the world in ways we still feel today. Its story is not just about the past, but a reminder of humanity's enduring quest for greatness. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time. Want to uncover more legendary civilizations and historical marvels? Subscribe to Fabled History and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an epic story. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, share it with fellow history enthusiasts, and let us know in the comments. What's your favorite ancient empire? See you in the next chapter of history.